they've got quality players and they can hurt you with their passing. But to restrict a team like that to just one shot on goal shows how great and we were defensively. Really well. You're talking about we got young kids like Tom Holmes and Tom Mack and Junior playing wing back, and so we're kind of playing all sorts at the moment. But we're just digging in. We're fighting for each other. As I said, the spirit is so important. The togetherness is so important to take us to where we want to get to. And this was the biggest test for us today. I said to the lads, listen, this is a top team, and they'll be up there. But this is a great test for us and test we should enjoy. And then we did, and that's why we looked like we was enjoying the game. We looked like we enjoyed being up against this team, and we looked like that we were prepared to prove that we can on any given day. If we're at it, we can compete with any team, whether they're top or bottom of the league.
That's it. Obviously, we've had some tricky games this season, always learning, win, lose or draw, and you can sort of see a lot of the lessons kind of from this season coming out. Actually being confident, being on the front foot, it really helps, doesn't it?
I think it can depend. As I said, ideally, 2 years down the line, we won't have a team like Norwich. Where we can actually, bring in players and spend money. That's where they are at the moment. But I could be more proud of my players. Obviously, sometimes you say that, Rich, but sometimes if we can get on the front foot and play, we create chances. But also we've got to be able to do the other side of things. You look at Tottenham, look at Conte. You look at Mourinho, they don't play expansive football, much more or less counter-attacking football. We're talking about serial winners here. But I think sometimes, when we're at home and we technically get it right, we can play. We're not just. Sometimes I think at times because Andy Carroll's there, we kind of want to go there too quickly. I said sometimes we've got to pass and move teams about and let them get in the position. But we're a good team. We can do both sides of it. And today I'm really, really pleased. I'm probably more pleased than any game this season, because I thought it was a big test for us. It was the second game, in 4 days with the same players. It was nice to get Ovi on there. I thought Andy Carroll, gives us so much. He's unplayable at times. And he gets us up the park. We just got to learn, and we did it again against Huddersfield. It's not to start creeping deeper and deeper. You've got to be brave and, get higher. Sometimes it's hard, because you get tired and you start falling back. But listen, I had one narrow header that just went past. The post. If that had got in, I'd have been devastated because the lads didn't deserve that. But apart from that, we had a handball that should have been a penalty, blatant handball. The referee's got to see, or the linesman's got to see. But overall, listen, it was an enjoyable game, great game to watch, and it was great looking at the fans. It looked like we had getting more fans each week, which is good. The atmosphere was electric, and that's what we need, because when the players hear the fans singing, it pushes them on, and that's what we need.
And these boys, they're raising the bar, aren't they? They're really setting some good standards, aren't they? You're not going to get every single week, but they're showing what they can do, and that's going to, as you said, there, bring everybody together and give everyone that belief and all the rest of it that you need for a good season.
Listen, as I said, these players will always give what they can, and listen, you can't always win every game. It's just nice to get a draw, because it's our first draw we've had this season. But as long as the fans see the players giving, and trying their hardest and working hard, they get behind them. As I said, they know the situation we're in. We all know the situation we're in. We don't get carried away. As I said, nothing changes. We just keep going and keep committing ourselves like we do every game. And we win some, we lose some. That's football. But we just want to stay in this league and build for next season.
Lastly, Paul, obviously short turnaround. It's a mad schedule at the moment. We're going to go to QPR in a few days' time. It's going to be, I suppose, you'd love to be able to do work on the training ground, but probably more, first and foremost, is rest a few legs, right? Yeah, the lads are off their feet, and as you said, we've got a threadbare squad. We've got a lot of injuries at the moment, so it's tough for these players. It's a very, very quick turnaround. I'm not happy it's on Sky on Friday. I could do without that. But what can we do? We've got to play the game. It's the same for QPR, but they've got a bigger squad than us. But listen, we just go and play. We're in a good place at the moment. We're just going to see what we get out of when we get to Loftus Road.